work. I think it does. Right. Okay. I think we're cooking with grease. Now that I'm staring at the bright lights in my eyes, so it's like, ooh. Hey, beauty babies, it's your girl, and yes, yes, I'm back again. Look, I know I'm like missing a week. Okay, don't come for me. Don't do it. Hold it in. Take a deep breath. Yes, I think I did miss a week in there, but it got kind of cray over here in this thing called life. So I couldn't get this up like I wanted to. I wanted to do this last Saturday, but that's okay. I'm here this Saturday and we're going to do this live together. Hello, whoever that is that just joined. Y'all, it flashes on the screen and then it's gone. So forgive me if I don't get to shout you out, okay? It's not intentional, but it flashed and it was gone again. Um, we are going to do today the Carli Bybel palette. We're going to use the deluxe edition one, which is very similar. And you know what? Let me get the regular one too, and we can make a quick comparison. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. This is the comparison really quickly between the two. The joys of live, yeah. This is the comparison between the two. I keep saying like this darkness right here. Or is it just in my head? Oh, I see what it is. It's the edge of the, hold on a second, y'all. There we go. That's better. The comparison between the old and the new, or the first and the second. Can't really call this new because this is the retro series. So the first one was this one. And very nice palette. A lot of shimmers and some mattes. And then this is the second one. Okay. Which seems to be a much better palette to me. If I were to tell anybody which one should you pick, I think the second one is still available. Don't get me the line. Don't get me the line. I want to say it is, but it may not be. But many of you bought it when it came out, like I did, because it's very, very affordable. It's from BH Cosmetics in collaboration with the Carli Bybel, who is a beauty influencer, fellow YouTuber. So I have done some looks from this, and there's nothing really wrong with this palette, with the exception of some transitional shades for people of color that are not really in here. Um, and then some of the mattes are not as rich as they could be. Um, but she did a better job this time around being, to me, more inclusive of a wider array of skin tones. So I am happy about that. I was happy about that when I purchased it. The hidden gems in this palette are these highlights. Holy Moses, okay? You want to talk about bling factor? Yeah, they are incredible. I want to bring that in a little bit so that you can see that. Okay, so that's going to be the palette for today. As again, I start from beginning to end, so I have a clean face, but I've done nothing else, so we're going to get our skincare out of the way rather quickly. We're going to try anyway. Again, I always use cotton rounds. You can get them Dollar Tree. You don't have to get them from Walmart, which charge you like $3 for a pack. I'm using the Equate Walmart brand equivalent of Sea Breeze, the sensitive skin kind. I'm putting that in the center of the pad. Just a nice circle of it in the center. Oh, yeah, you're going to see me drop quite a few things. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, see how it's just in the center? And then I take Witch Hazel. This happens to be from Dollar General. And then I do that on the outside around that blue circle I just made. I do it that way so I can get closer to my under eye without causing a lot of irritation or tearing. Because Witch Hazel is very, very gentle. And it's not very drying. And then for my nose area, because it's always oily, that's when I use the center of the pad and around my mouth. Down to the chin. Cheeks. And we just get everywhere. I usually turn it over at some point. Use the back. Get up here. My eyelids. Forehead. What's the name of my? And this is a new unit, by the way. That's that little. And no, I have not done a review video on it. I know I'm horrible. I told y'all I switched them wigs out so fast. I was going to service, and I had a different unit planned out. But when I put it on, I was like, this is a hot mess. Hello, classic chick. Hey, girl, beauty. I can't see the rest of your name because it's so small. But hey, I see y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? And I had another hey Alicia, hey boo. I had another wig plan and it didn't work when I was going to the service. So I put this one on and it was like, pow, all right, yes. And didn't get to do a review. But this is only my second time wearing it. So after I beat my face on this video, I'm going to do an edited video reviewing this unit, okay? It's called the Brooklyn, which is where I'm from. Hey, okay. Call the Brooklyn. So, all right. We have toned the face. Now the hydrating. Ooh, this is almost gone. The hydrating spray that I use is this Rose Scents Rose Water. It comes from Turkey. You don't have to use this one. There's a beautiful rose spray by Mario Badescu. I've used that as well. It works just as well. This, however, is only rose essence, crushed rose essence. That's all it is. It doesn't have. I'm just enjoying the smell. I love it. It's really, 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 really good. That's what I hydrate my face with. Now to moisturize, we're going to use 2 pumps of the Clinique Dramatically Different Yellow Lotion and 4 drops of my Josie Maran Argan Oil in the same hand. Then I just mesh my hands together like that and take the index finger and wipe it across. Index finger, wipe it across. So I get like a mixture of the oil and the lotion on my hand. Then I go under the eyes like this. I'm just looking down into this mirror right here. And I'm gently massaging. And then when I get to my the areas where the crow's feet would be. I do circular motions, back in, more circular motions, back in. This is a good time to woosah. Okay, then I take the rest and pat it in and get it in now. Get it on the face. I don't do my nose. It's probably the only thing I don't do. Because I have combination skin, oily T-zone. Okay. Now, if you see me looking over, okay, it's because I'm looking at myself in the actual camera viewer, which is my cell phone. But the lens for the camera is over here. So that's why I'm looking at you right now. But if you see my eyes shift over, that's why. Okay? Just so y'all know. Why is she looking over there? Okay. All right. So that's really basically it. I do use masks. Usually once a week, or if I feel my skin is very cruddy. I don't use hydration masks. I'm looking for one that's not going to break me out. I really have seen so many horror stories. If you don't pick the right one for your skin, it could just be catastrophic. So I don't do hydration masks, but I do clarifying masks once a week. Okay, so primer. We're going to use our primer spray. The skin is pretty okay, except there's some areas, like I have a bump right here. I have some bump irritation right here. And there's one here. Okay. So we're just going to spray with the Smashbox primer water, which is my favorite primer. And we're going to put a little bit of the, I know I mention this every time and I always talk smack about how much it costs, but it is a good product. It's just pricey. This is the It Cosmetics number 50 Serum Collagen Veil and Anti-Aging Primer. It's got so many, it's got 50 peptides and botanicals and rich oils in it. I guess that's how they justify charging you like $50 for this bottle. Yeah. It is just that expensive. So I just use the tiniest bit where I have these problems. Usually my cheeks are really sensitive. We're going to put it on those spots. And that's all I'm doing with it. It costs too much. Okay. So today the foundation is going to be an older foundation. Hey, it is a retro series, so sometimes I will stick a new thing in there that I haven't tried before in these videos. That tends to be fun for me, and you get to see, you know, something new along with using something old. So I try to keep that retro thing going, but I'm not making no promises. But the palettes, I definitely will keep retro. Okay, so today we're using Clinique Super Balanced Silk Foundation. This came out the year before last. So that would be 2017, I believe this foundation came out. It is still available. This color I'm about to use is called Silk Brandy. It does not come with a pump. I repeat, it does not come with a pump. Here it is. We're just going to put a little on our trusty budget palette, which would be a mirror. It's kind of, I got matched for this, by the way, and it matched at the time, but I'm looking at it and it's looking kind of on the dark side, but we're going to go with it. Okay. It's, as you can see, it's not runny. So we're going to use, a color corrector first, if you don't mind. Let's do some color correction first with, our HD color correctors from Black Radiance. And there's a lighter one. Here's the lighter one. This is Salmon, and it's looking yellow, but it's not yellow. It's like an orange. Okay, that's better. And this is the orange. Okay, so we're going to go with Salmon today. And they really just have the same kind of applicators like the LA Girls. These are very skin-like. So they will give you coverage, but they're not as opaque as the LA Girl. Okay. I like them very much because I happen to like that skin-like look. I'm using a Shop Missa sponge. These cost $1. This is the one for the charity. Always get that one. Don't just get the regular one that looks like this. We're going to put a little bit around the mouth. Also, if you have dry under eyes, this is a good color corrector for dry under eyes because it's not dry. Just putting that in all the places where I have that discoloration. I can feel a hair on my face. Yeah, there it is right there. And you don't get, the coverage is not as much as the LA Girl, but it's nice. It makes a difference. They also come out and they also have flesh tones in these color correctors that I've been able to do my entire face, like color correcting and foundation using those color correctors, and I actually wore it and it looked very, very nice. So don't sleep on those. Those are Black Radiances. Nice drugstore product. Okay, we're gonna go with this and let the concealer do its job. Okay, now going on to the foundation. Oh, that looks dark. I don't know why it's summer and you know it's May and your girl looks like she's lightening up. Isn't that weird? Does anybody else go through that? Getting lighter in the summer? I think I need a little bit more of that. Just a little bit. Not a lot, because I do want a skin-like look. I need to buy a pump for this, because that's not fun. Tapping it on the mirror. That is not fun. Okay, so we don't get any of this on my hair, I'm gonna stick this little pin right here. It's gonna look cray-cray, but that's all right. Now I'm going in with my Real Technique sponge. I can feel the hair on my face. Yeah, I'm moving really quickly. Not that it's super drying, but because it's not at all. That's not bad. It's not a bad match. It's pretty good. Give us a moment, please. Uno momento, por favor. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Okay, that should be better. All right. So it's not that it's a pretty good match. And I like this foundation because you get this nice, it's something about Clinique and their finishes are really nice. This does dry down to a matte. It's not a dry matte, but it does dry down to a matte, and but it still retains like a luminosity to it, although it's not marketed as such. And I just really dig it. I really dig it. And it's very skin-like, okay? So I feel okay with this, very, very much so. As far as the match to my skin, it's not too bad when you look from here to here, there to there. I'll take it. It's very good. I'll take it. Okay, so let's do some concealing. I feel like I've been on repeat with the Milani concealer, y'all, because it is out of this world. I mean, it's just like, it's on point. I'm gonna go with our e.l.f. In Deep Olive, the Camel Concealer. We're gonna use like a combination of that and the Milani one. I need warm tan. So we're gonna combine that and the Milani's warm tan, okay? Excuse me for touching my nose. Whenever I record, the nose begins to itch. This is the Milani Warm Almond. This is actually a foundation color for me. So I'm going to put it down here where I still see some darkness peeking through. And this is a little tiny bit peeking through down there. And I'm going to go back in with this sponge down there. This Milani concealer, you want to talk about high coverage? Look at that. Spot is like gone. Okay. Now let's do this Camel Concealer by e.l.f. Really big applicator. You don't need a lot. You want to put a little, give yourself someplace to go, y'all. I mean, come on. Don't copy everything. You feel what I'm saying? That was the Milani. Give yourself someplace to go. Trust me, you don't have to swipe a hole in the hole, Lord God. Because I'll be looking at the video like, well, where is it going? It got to be somewhere. It don't spread totally away. I mean, it'll blend in, but you can best believe me, it's there. I don't know why I'm using this one because I got a hard head. I wanted to use my other one, but that's okay. Okay. Now we're going to take a look, take inventory. Okay. Do we need a little bit more someplace? Is it not blended in somewhere? I'm going to go back in with my Real Techniques just to blend it in, because sometimes one of the things with the Shop Missa sponges is that you don't always get consistent quality in that sponge. You'll get a batch that's fantastic. Then you buy some more, or maybe they slipped in a different lot batch and the sponge is a little bit different. Oh, not to say that Real Techniques doesn't do that also, because I've heard complaints that sometimes the sponges aren't consistent across the board. Okay, so I like that. I feel like this side could go for a little bit more, so we're just gonna put a little bit. I think this is good, but I'm gonna put a little bit. The thing with this Camel Concealer is that it's very pigmented. So this olive is like a real olive yellow. Just trying to make sure I blend it in there. See, that's what you don't see in edited videos, is how long a person takes to make sure it looks okay. That looks okay. I'm making that face to make the wrinkle go down, because I believe in putting on the concealer, pushing it into the wrinkles, then when they come back, packing whatever squeezed out over it. I learned that from this mature YouTuber. Don't ask me her name. I'm sorry about that. Hi. I see you, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. And that other person. If I touch the screen, will it let the things come back up? No, nothing happened. All right. So we are here. Got the concealer on. I think I could go for a little bit of this one. This is a warm tan around my mouth area. Just because I'm feeling some type of way about that area. Okay. All right. Now let's go on to setting. I'm going to use my custom made powder, which looks like this. This is 3 powders, 3 separate kind of loose powders. It's this Ben Nye Dolce, and it's this powder by Danessa Myricks. It's called the Evolution powder. Yeah, Evolution powder. This is in number 3, her Evolution powder by Danessa Myricks. And then the last one is the Laura Mercier powder in medium deep. All 3 of those powders are mixed into this little container, and it gives me the under eye set that I like, tailored to my skin color and type. I did that on my own, and you can do it also. It's not hard to do. Just keep your empty container, or if you have one of those cheap blush containers that screw on. This was actually a Jordan blush, and I took the blush out and used the container. All righty. Okay, we're gonna brush that off because we don't bake. So I'm using this small brush. This is by Real Techniques also. And we're just using swirling motions to blend that powder softly in. You go slowly and softly when you're around that delicate part of your eye, and then you can go more to town when you get around the rest of your face. All right. Let's go ahead and do the brows now. All right. Y'all ready? We just gonna use this eyebrow pencil. Remember, your girl is not a brow queen. So if you're looking for super wow pow on the brows, you're not gonna get it. If you're looking for an Instagram eyebrow, you're not gonna get it either. This is just how I do my brows. Works for me. I can't. I just want to see my eyebrow hair, you know. I don't want to flatten and take away from the dimension of hair, you know. You need that dimension, you know. Our faces are not flat. They have depth to them. I saw somebody one day, they were making fun of the adage that eyebrows are sisters and not twins. That's not like an arbitrary rule that someone made up. That's a natural occurrence. The uniformity that you see is not an exact uniformity. I mean, if you're a woman and you pay attention to your body, I don't know if this is true for men, but for women, one side seems to be bigger than the other. One side of your body might hang a little lower than the other. You know, that's a natural thing. The symmetry that we pick up on the eye, when I mean on the eye, I mean by sight, is not exact symmetry. It's very close, but it's not exact. That's the thing about nature. Um, there's perfection in the imperfection, in the slight flaw. There's a beauty there. And sometimes when we take away those nuances of imperfection, we get this like plastic, just like stoic kind of, you know, you make yourself look like a drawing. I don't know if that makes any sense. So it's okay if they don't match exactly. That's fine. I think it might be a more natural thing to not have your eyebrows match exactly. Um, what was I talking about? See how I get off track. Okay, eyebrows done. We're gonna do a little cleanup on aisle 7, like my girl Edie says. Clean up on aisle 7. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee. Now I have this question I want to pose to y'all because my name is Ya. This is what we do. I'm just that kind of person. I'm not going to name this person's name, but this is a topic is not particular to just this one individual in their post. But I've been seeing a lot of, let me rephrase that. I haven't been seeing a lot. I'm just talking about the actual drama that some professional makeup artists, and not all, but some professional makeup artists have with beauty influencers. Not only that, some of them, and I didn't even realize that it went that deep, have a problem with consumer makeup overall. Now, I do agree with having an issue with junk makeup that passes itself off as being professional makeup. I hate that when I see it. And I'm not even a professional, and I I don't like that because that's misleading the consumer. And I'm all about consumer advocacy. I'm big on that. I'm just big on advocacy in general, patient advocacy, consumer advocacy, student right advocacy. That's just it's just a part of me. It's in my DNA to be like that. So I do not like when, big corporations, big institutions, whatever you want to call it, try to steamroll over people by misleading them. So I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But what I've started to see is this like almost us, you, us, them, um if you're not using what we using, then it's not any good, that whole type of thing. And I don't think that some of these people understand that when it comes to social media, it is so like I mean, what's the word? When it comes to social media, there is this power that it has. I'm going to set the under eye with this Color Pop Sheer Press Powder in Dark. There's this power that social media has, in which it solidifies people's polarization. That's what I'm trying to say. It gives credence to it, and sometimes creates more polarization than there actually was. And I started seeing this. I was looking at the comments underneath the person's Instagram post, and I start seeing people asking questions about this makeup company, about this makeup company. Is this professional makeup? And is this professional makeup? Almost as if it's not considered professional makeup that a real professional makeup artist would use, then it must be junk makeup. That is not true. There is good consumer makeup. It may not be professional quality, meaning that it has a durability that you're going to be able to use it again, and again and again, and have the same quality from eye to eye, face to face, that type of thing. Have the availability to purchase that you need. You could use it for however long it's supposed to be used until it expires and you throw it out. But that doesn't make the makeup junk. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of good consumer makeup out there, and I was just looking at the comments like, I started seeing that trend. I was like, oh, so this is now people gonna start gravitating towards, or if it's not professional makeup, then it's not any good, and looking down on people that buy from other places that make good consumer makeup and making a good decent product, but it's not professional. I even saw people saying stuff, oh, if I see someone with this in their kit, I know they're not a professional makeup artist. Like, do we have to start showing people who make it to places where now everybody's like, oh, they're so wonderful, and then they show you their kit back in the day and what they used to use? I mean, do we have to go there in order to understand that everybody has their own path? Yes, there are schools of cosmetology, schools of for estheticians and dermatologists, and for hairstylists and makeup artists. Yes, there are schools. It's good to go to the schools. You learn about stuff that you're never going to find out about on YouTube. And it's just good to be disciplined in whatever your passion or your craft is. I knew how to sing naturally, but my life was changed when I learned how to sing classically. There's just things about learning classical singing that you are not going to pick up. I don't care how many singing videos you look at on YouTube. There's no comparison to going to school for that, for learning the science of music and the pedagogy and all that stuff. I get that. I get all of that. But what I'm not going to do is look down on somebody because they didn't come that way or they didn't go to that school. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. That I'm not going to do. And I was disheartened to see that. I was just like, was I surprised? No, because people are always trying to become a part of this exclusive club that everybody wants to be in, this crowd where they're posh, they're trendy, they're in, you know, oh, look what I have, who I am. Oh, we use this. Oh, you're using that. Everybody, you know, people just, they gravitate towards that. Oh, is this the new thing I need to have to say that I'm somebody? Whew. Okay. I'm gonna just let that go. Okay. Let's go to contouring. I got to move on from that, y'all, because I could feel. And then if I start being in here preaching, y'all gonna be like, the girl was supposed to be doing makeup. And next thing I know, I was watching a sermon. I wasn't ready for that. So we're gonna leave that alone. But yeah, I was kind of like, and you know me, we're contouring with Black Radiance's True Complexion Contour Palette. This is the Dark to Deep one, their latest one. Of course, I put a comment in there about that on the post because I'm like, this person is well recognized in the industry. They're great at what they do. They have a vast variety. That's not quite right. They have a lot of knowledge. If it's not coming out right, just speak plainly. They have a lot of knowledge and experience in the beauty industry as a professional. And I mean like old school, doing celebrities, film, that type of stuff. So yeah, underneath the cheek, you can, if you need a really more defined, I just bring my, where I see the line, and I use that to help me. Okay? I'm going to use what's left to do the nose. You just coming right here and then dragging down. And the other side. I'm pinching in my brush like this. I do that because the brush is fluffy and I don't get a concentrated line on both sides that I have to then go back and then blur out. So it gives me less work to do. All right, contoured. All right. I can always go down here and clean up the edge of that contour, which is what I usually like to do. We're going to use our Black Radiance loose powder in the color Honeymoon. Oh, wait, they don't really see any out there. Hold on. There we go. Now that I've successfully spilled some in my thing. We're just going to go right underneath here. You're not going to cover what you did. You're just going to go under the bottom and give a cleaner edge. You start at the back and you come forward. You make almost like a C. A slight C. You just follow the natural curve. Start at the back. Come forward. Okay. Right, Sarah, got that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then you go back and with a fluffy powder brush, and I'm learning to use cleaner powder brushes. This is my clean elf complexion brush, and we're gonna go in with the MAC Studio Finish, Mineral Studio Finish, Mineral Skin Finish in the color Give Me Sun. It looks like that. See that? Stabbing in. And then you just go where you were here and do circular motions. So you keep that clean edge, but it's just not sharp and you don't get that line of demarcation like that. Okay. All right, all right. Now we can move on to the eyes. We're gonna do some Studio Pro by BH Cosmetics. I keep telling y'all about this concealer. I don't know if anybody hears me. Have y'all been listening? This is in the color 117. This concealer is fantastic. If you have dark circles under your eyes, you got a really bad blemish, and it makes you want to cry, get that concealer. It is so opaque. It's nobody's business. It dries matte. Where is it? I just cleaned this brush. Here it is. I'm using a Morph brush. I don't know what color it is. I mean, number it is. It doesn't have a number on it. I just use this to spread this out. I don't even feel the need to try the P. Louise base because this just works so well for me each and every time. It does not disappoint. So I'm gonna keep my coins. Although you ought to do a price check on the P. Louise because depending upon what you're using, you might get more product for the money on the P. Louise base. I saw Yuki, my girl Yuki, comparing it to the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow base. Now everybody, they're making like these concealer eyeshadow bases. I'm watching y'all companies. Y'all think y'all slick. Y'all see when we use a product so that it has a double use. So it saves us money having something as a double use. And then you turn around and try to single out and make it a singular product that does not have a double use. And you call it eyeshadow base and think we're gonna run and go buy it. And some people do because they're being motivated by the trend of eyeshadow base. Eyeshadow base been out forever. You only see the companies making it because we started using our concealers after we got tired of paying a whole lot of money to buy the Urban Decay Potion primer. That was like a big deal. If you didn't have that, you was what? Then people started using their LA Girl concealers over the eye. Instead of doing white, they were using the LA Girl. And it was like, before the Urban Decay, it was the MAC paint pots. I pay attention. So now people moved on to the concealers and now, eyeshadow base, whatever. Anyway, you may end up getting more money, more product for the money. So it actually might be good to take a look at the P. Louise base. I'll let you know. All right, so we're just going to put some powder on the eyes and we're going to go to town on the eyeshadow look we're doing today. I'm thinking I'm thinking of a halo eye. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm just telling you that it's in my thoughts and prayers, but I don't know. Y'all pray. Okay. Now, we want to start with the transition color. She did a lot better here with them. I think I'm gonna go with this color right here. Is the transition color, dead center. I washed my transition brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes. I need to get another one. This came from BH Cosmetics. It's the 140, if anybody cared to know that. I use this all the time for transitions. Her palette comes with a mirror, so I think I might use the mirror on this. And we're just gonna use windshield wiping and circular motions to kind of bang that color on there. And if you're looking and you're like, I don't really see it, that means it's a good transition color. Not that all transitions colors have to like be nudes, they don't. But you're using that color to help you go from the naked eye into whatever color you're going to put on, so you don't get this demarcation from skin color. So, and it helps you make that transition from one color to the next. But you can have a color, like a bright color as a transition color. You can. I've done it. Okay, so now we're going to use like this mix of pinks and peaches and mauves and purples. Try to do a little something, something. So let's go to this dark brown down here. And we're going to use this Ashley Tisdale brush. See how I remember the pigmentation on this. You ready? Okay. Can y'all see good what I'm doing? Do I need to come in some more? I'm going to come in a little bit more, okay? Okay, how about that? Is that good? Because you can see better. I was really far away. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So we're just circular motions right here in the crease and coming in. It's pretty good pigmentation. Now, me, I'm on the lighter spectrum of my brothers and sisters. So if you're darker than me, you know, you're going to have to use a much, much lighter base so that you get that color to show like you want it to. I'm just basically using this for dimension. But as you can see, it's not really all that deep a color. And that's the issue I had with this palette. I wish she had picked a warmer, darker brown instead of using this muted kind of, it's like a cool brown. And I like warm browns. Okay, we're going to go to the inner eye now. You stick into the crease when you go up. Lord help me, I don't know how this is going to come out. Okay, now we're going to, yeah, I'm clearing my throat. Yeah. We're going to go in with this purple right here. It's a nice deep purple. Well, it looks deep in the pan. Okay, let's put that out there. Let's see how deep it really is. We're using another Ashley Tisdale brush. This is much more closely packed bristles, much more dense, smaller area. So that should help me get more punch in the application. Okay, okay. I can see it. I can see it. Not bad. Okay. Going to the inner eye now. And yes, I am going over the brown. Someone. No, I am going over brown, not someone. But not all of it. Okay. I like it. That's a nice purple. Okay, Carli. Did she do another palette after this one, y'all? I don't remember. But she need to come out one with this like totally warm. I would be interested in seeing what her take on warm is, because this was her choice to choose these colors, and they're very, a lot of the mattes are very cool. Okay. So the purple, I'm not completely going over the brown all the way. I'm leaving some edge of brown at the top. But you do want to see the purple, which is why I use this kind of brush, because I know it's going to pack on that color for me really nicely. It's a little deeper on that side than it's on this side. But I keep going back. Okay. but you are leaving the brown on the outer edge, okay? And at the very top part, leave that brown there also. And towards all the way in the inner corner, you want to leave a little bit of that brown. Not a whole lot. You won't need to leave a whole lot, but a little bit. They blend so well together that it's gonna still look nice. And it's giving that purple even more depth, okay, than it had before. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do something weird. I'm going to go back to the outer eye, and I'm going to use this mauve purple color. And we're going to take a different kind of brush. We're going to take this. This is a Coastal Scents BRC S06 brush. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. It's got this tapered... It's tapered. It's domed, but it's tapered. Okay. It's thin, but it's got the fluff at the tip. It's just, it's hard to describe, but it's quite bomb. I'm going to take that color and go right here at the top and just put a little of that. And blow that out. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can see that. All right. This is all pretty subtle because these are the colors in that palette. They're muted mattes. They're not vibrant mattes. So don't be like, oh, why does it look like this? That's because that's what the mattes are like. They're muted. So that's what you're going to get. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and do the center. We're going to try. Okay, so I'm not just going to use one color in the center. I'm going to mix a couple of different colors. So what you want to do is you want to try to envision what color do you want to come out the most. It may work like that for you. It may not. It depends, because once you start layering colors, the color starts to change. So sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Okay, so you want to try to put similar colors together as you look at them. If you can't look in the palette and really decide, just swatch it on your hand and you can mix it that way to see what you might get if you choose to do it like that. So I think what I'm going to do is start out with this orange one and then shift over. So we're going to start out with this one, and then we're going to shift over, and then shift over again. And we may even do once more with one of these down here because they're so shiny. Okay, so let's go with a flat brush. I think this one will be good. Let's clean that off. I am using my budget color switch, which is just one of these donut thingies that you use to make a ponytail. I got them from the Dollar Tree. They're only $1. Get you a container and go to town. It works great. Okay, so let's start with the orange one. Ready? Here we go. I got a flat brush. If this doesn't work for me, I will switch brushes if I have to. wet it, I'll do that. I'm trying not to wet the brush. Okay, so let's start. Lord, please help me with this, because this may end up being like a hurricane halo. That's what I call them, hurricane halos. The hurricane is like much wider. Then you have that halo which starts small and gets big as you go up towards the eye. I think I might end up doing a hurricane halo. We'll see. So this is quite reflective. You see that I didn't wet my brush or anything. This is a BH Cosmetics palette. I'm trying to come above that line where my lid folds in. I think I got it now. Okay, let's go to the other eye. I think that one is okay. Again, starting at the bottom, going up. Now, if it looks uneven, you can go back in with your mat to straighten it up. So don't get too crazy. And don't stay there too long. Long enough, but not too long. So I'm wiping the brush off. Now I'm going over. Remember I told you I was going to keep going over? We're going to this next one, which is more pink. This one has like an orange to it, which I like, but I just want to be extra. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to give you some other kind of reason. I just want to be extra and see what happens putting the pink. Oh, look at that. Because you know, when you put reflection on top of reflection, you get more reflection. Now you see how it changed that color? And now it appears to have like this even more of a special kind of shift to it. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to stay in the middle of the color I already put down. Now I am getting fallout from this color. It's on my cheeks. I see it right now. Okay. That pink color is pretty. It's crumbly, but it's pretty. Okay. Wiping that off. Now I'm going to go to this even lighter color. Let's see what happens. Ready? Wow. It's like this kind of peachy gold by itself. I'm looking down so I can see how it looks. I'm laughing because I like doing this kind of crazy stuff. Okay. That's a pretty. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. It's kind of icy. This is kind of warm. Not that that really means anything to me because I pretty much just do whatever I want. Okay, I'm gonna go to this one, which is like a purple shimmer. It's more like a lavender. It's more like an icy lavender. This one I am gonna wet my brush for this. Don't you dare. I'm spraying my little paper towel here with Smashbox primer water. Now I'm gonna go in it with this one. I know you're probably like, no, don't do it. It's too late. I done did it. Okay, so yeah. All right, so now we're gonna go back to the purple, okay? So we can try to rein this in a little bit. I said try, that's the operative word. Let's try. So we just want to go back to the edges, clean those up. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I like what that, I need to go back in with this, with that brush, with this purple on this side. Tee. All right, now let's go under the eye with the same purple. I'm gonna use this mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Ooh. Now I'm going to go into this mauve purple right here. I'm gonna use the same brush. I just wiped it off on my color switch. And also go under the eye. And we're going a little bit lower than the other color. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Now we're going to pick this purple shimmer one and go in the middle of the eye right here. Be careful with these. They are crumbly. Just putting some right in the middle there. Okay. All right. Now, I've got considerable amount of fallout right here. You may not be able to see it, but it's like pink right here. All right. We are going to, first I'm going to use this spoolie to get some of the stuff off my eyelashes. Okay. Now to address the fallout under the eye, I'm going to go back to my custom concealer, use my brush, and we're going to sweep that away, okay? Now, you can, I forgot that it was this crumbly, and sometimes that might happen to you. You start working on a palette, you forgot that it's got fallout, and you like, darn it. So you may be like me, I like to put my foundation on first. So It would probably be a good idea to put powder there and just let it sit there while you do your makeup if you do your foundation first like me. Normally, I don't come across a lot of shadows that have fallout with the palettes that I have, although I do have some palettes that do that. And I probably should just get better with putting some powder on my eyes. I forget. Okay, so now you have to make this choice. Do I wing it? Do I not wing it? Do I wing it? I do. Okay, we don't have to sing. What we are gonna do is get it's an eyeshadow. Here it is. I'm gonna take a sip. Hold on. It's root beer. It's one of my favorite flavors of soda. This is the Wet n Wild When Stars Align. And it is a shimmer liquid eyeshadow, okay? But we're going to use it today like a eyeliner. We're going to attempt to use it today like that. I always put a disclaimer in there, always. Okay, so this is what I do when I do these. I think this is the first time I've done it on camera, I think. No, actually, I think last one I did something like this. I take a eyeliner brush and I take the product. I wipe my eyeliner brush along both sides of the product. Make sure you get it on there real good. You don't want to put too much, but you want to put enough. Okay. Then I stick my thing back in there because the less things you have to worry about, the better. So I'm going to line my eye. I'm going to look down here because the mirror is down here. I'm going to start from the outside. I'm so sorry I didn't put my phone on silent. You see that? I love doing this. Like this kind of thing with the sparkly liner that still is in the same color scheme as your makeup. I live for that. I've been kind of on that kick lately. I just like the way it looks. You get that sparkle, you get that pop, but it, it's going with the makeup you already have on. It just gives it that extra, je ne sais quoi. Just a little extra something, something. Okay. Now we're going to try it on this one. Yeah, I hope y'all still praying now. Okay. Help us, Lord. Did y'all see that? I had my head down. I can't tell. I am so sorry if you couldn't. Ooh, I think I got away with it, y'all. Woo. Okay, I think I got away with it. I'm gonna put a little bit more in that middle section. Wow. Yay. Okay. So it's mascara time. I'm gonna just curl my lashes. Don't do this if you have a client, what you're about to see me do. But if it's you, girl, breathe on it. If it's you, you can breathe on it for yourself. But nobody else. Don't do that with anybody else. Just yourself. If you with the person that's about to do your makeup and you see them do that, tell them, oh no, can you clean it off, please? Please don't blow on that. Oh, this is CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I'm sorry. I only do the front part of the lashes, not the back part. And that doesn't mean anything for anybody else. It's just that my eyelashes cannot cope with front and back coating. It just, they don't like it. They like, get this off of us. It burns us. It burns us. So yeah. This mascara, y'all, I'm telling you. It is so beautiful. It is so much like Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's not even funny. However, the only thing it's lacking is the volume that Better Than Sex has. I probably should have used a primer on my bottom lashes. Now I am going to go in with Too Faced Better Than Sex. But that just, it lifts, it curls, it separates, it gives you length. It's just not as much volume as this bad boy right here. This is Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I use it like this. Did you know you could do that with your mascara? That's crazy. Look, Ma, no falsies. You see that? Dangerous. Dangerous. The girl is so dangerous. Whoa. Who sings that? Is that a Michael Jackson song? Who sings that song, y'all? Okay. We are gonna try to do a little primer down here. Is this a cover girl? Voluminous Superstar? I think this is or L'Oreal. Or it might even be Maybelline, I don't know. I'm just using the primer side of it. And then I like to go over it with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect mascara. Sometimes you need to wiggle. I think I've been looking down and y'all been totally missing what I'm doing. And I apologize. You know what I saw one time? I saw this advertisement for a mascara, and it was like it's supposed to be this like grungy type of mascara, and so the girl put an application on and it was all crusted on, and then like hours, she went into the club, boom 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 boom, and then she went into the bathroom and put more, and it was so crustified on. She ain't had but a few eyelashes anyway, and it was so crustified, and I was like, ew, who thought that was a good commercial? By the end of the night, because they had her do another application, the eyelashes was like, my pretty. That thing was so funny. I was like, can I get these jobs though, God? How do I get in these jobs? Because these people sitting around slurping on macchiato or whatever you call them, their lattes, and they don't have a clue. Meanwhile, we selling stuff to each other, reviewing it and selling to each other. Them ad people, they wasting money on them ad people. All right. So I'm happy with the eyes. I don't know about y'all, but I am really feeling it. I like it. I like it a lot. And the eyelashes. Whoa. Can y'all see that? All right, we got pizzazz, a little pow, a little shine, a little hurricane halo action going on. Let's do some highlighter. We're still gonna stick with the palette for that. She does have this purple that I probably could use as a blush. It's such a little tiny hole right here. But I have a smaller blush brush I think can fit in there. Yes, I think this will fit. So let's go ahead and use this as a blush. Oh, that works. Okay. Yeah, I was giving you a little bit of makeup Shayla right there. All right, all right. I can see it. That's nice as a blush. All right. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so you can stick with the palette for the blush. All right. Carli Bybel for the win, baby. You better do it. All right, now let's go in. We're going to get our highlight on. Lord, what we going to do? Okay, there's a lot of choices here. You have these two here and 4 down here, okay? So, I'm not going to be dealing with the white, although you could put off this icy white. If you want instructions on how to do that, go watch Destiny Godly. That sister, that's a bad sister right there. She is no joke. She can show you how to pull off these icy whites. Being a person of color, me, I tend to stay away from them. Although I will mess around with the purple, and maybe I'll do that today and show you that. So let's do some building because this is what I love to do. So we're going to use this deep bronze color right here and a really wide highlight brush. This is the highlight brush I like to use. I don't like fans. I think they give you too much concentration of color in a line, and then you get that line look. So because we're building, I'm not going to focus too much on the high point of my cheek. I'm really going to be here more around this area, okay? Because we're building. You see that? Can you see that? Yeah, there it is. Nice. I could stop right here, okay? And you can too. If you want to, you can stop right there. Okay, we're going in on this side. Ready? Okay, see it? All right, I came down pretty low there. All right, because we're going to build. Okay, so now we're going to go, what is this one? You can always test stuff on the back of your hand. See these ones and these large square things. They're not as pigmented. These ones are not as pigmented as the squares. Okay, so we're going to go to this one, the next one over. And again, I'm going to use this, but I'm just going to turn it over. Okay. And we're going to come up a little bit higher. And I'm going to tilt my brush a little bit more. Okay. Okay, super shine. Okay, I'm going to go back to the brown one. Put a little bit down here. If you notice when I do my highlighting with concealer, I don't put concealer down here or on the bridge of my nose because I do that with actual highlight powder, a shimmery highlight, so to speak. Okay. Because I'm telling you, when you first starting out doing this, if you don't super blend, if you try to copy and you're not super blending or you're putting too much, when a person gets close on you, they will see that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Zora, that's Zora messing around. Can you sit down? What you doing? Okay, you sat back down. He was moving around the curtain. That's what I have back here in my backdrop. Okay, so let's go. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna use a smaller highlighting brush. Same shape, it's just smaller. And I'm cleaning it off on my color switch here. This one is made by e.l.f. I didn't tell you who this one. This is a Sedona lace brush. It's the FB03. That's this one. I'm sorry, y'all. This one is the e.l.f. brush. Small taper brush. That's what it's called. And we're going to go into the purple one. This is icy too. Okay, see that? Yeah, you know I was going to flick some of that off. And now we're going to go by the tip of the eye. Can you see that? I know this light is so bright. You can see the shine, but you might not be able to see the gradient of highlight. I don't know if that's coming across. Okay. Now we're going to go back to this one and get right here. Call that the Cupid's bow. Be careful with this area. You don't want to look like you know, had too much milk. You know, when you made chocolate milk or something and you just straight was drinking it out of the cup and you got the, so you want to try to avoid that. Okay. I don't really want to put a little bit. I'm just putting a little bit just because. Maybe a little different. Okay. When I highlight the nose, I don't like to put a whole lot and make it look like a landing strip on your face. People see it. They see it. They just don't say nothing to you because they like you or they don't care or they don't want to offend you, but they see it. So brush it and blend that highlight and don't put a whole lot. Remember, a lot of makeup we see on Instagram is extreme makeup. It's extreme versions of makeup. There's nothing wrong with being extreme if that's what you want. But when you see it, remember that. You know, look at some other stuff. Get some magazines, some editorial stuff, and look at that, you know. Look at some of the celebrity makeup. You're not going to see a lot of Instagram stuff on the celebrities unless they just really got a trashy makeup artist and you might see or they're into punk or that type of thing where they want it to be artistic and kind of in your face. But a lot of times what we be doing on Instagram is what is on Instagram. And somebody's face when they walk out because they think, you know, I got Instagram makeup on, I am the bomb. Okay. And I pick what I like and incorporate it. But some stuff, you know, Glamzilla was talking about that on her live. She said that her sister was like, "Oh, you owe it to your subscribers to do a better brow," and she was like, not trying to hear that. Glamzilla was like, "No, I like my brows. They are natural. I don't want to do an Instagram brow. You know, I want to do my brow. This is what I like." And she's a professional. She's a professional makeup artist. And then had somebody telling her what she ought to do for her fans, sister or not. I love my brother too, but sometimes he say stuff and you just be like, "You lucky you my brother," because otherwise I'm just saying. Okay, so let's go to the lips because this is so we definitely want to do some type of purple. I don't know. Me and purple lips, it's either hit or it's miss. That's what happens when you drink. So I've been wanting to, let's use the rabbit. Oh, this is unicorn. Do I want to do a metallic lip? No. No, I don't. I want it to be shiny, but not metallic. Decisions. Oh my goodness. Ay, Dios míos. Okay. So I keep trying to make this wine as the answer work. No, let's stop trying to force the issue. Don't try to force it, baby. Cause it'll drive you crazy. I'm just not seeing what I want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna, do you wanna be my lover? Who is that? Spice Girls? Don't ask me how these songs get in my head. They just jump in and they jump right out. Okay. Barry Recognize? What about that? Y'all, these things. It looks okay, but it's like, I don't know. And I love purple, but it gotta like be like the jump off. Or I'll be like, what's this one? Oh. I'm always dropping something. Here. Let me put it back. Okay, this one is Nice to Fuchsia. Maybe that'll be nice. Heck if I know. This is crazy. This happens to me every single time. Ooh, what's this? Mesmer what? Me saying what? Miss oh gosh, I can't even read that name on this little thing. How about that? That looks interesting. It's a nice deep purple. Let's start with that. And I may go with a little pink. We'll make it a little peachy. We'll see. Let's hold on to this one. I like this one. And we'll just see. This is the last, piece of the puzzle. But it's got to be right. It's got to be right. Night Moth by MAC. Oh my gosh. Y'all cannot see that. Now I know I'm going in kind of heavy, okay? And this color is kind of dark. But the plan is to try to lighten it up. So this is this Color Pop Ultra Satin Lip called, what is the name of this? Me thing? Something thing. The C thing? Oh my gosh, I need glasses. That's a nice pretty base color. You know what I was mad about them discontinuing is that color called the Rabbit. That was one of my favorite colors. I am so trying hard not to put this metallic color called Unicorn on. Is this a liquid lipstick? This is a Shop Missa liquid lipstick. It's called Unicorn. I don't even know if it's going to translate. No, it just looks like a muted purple. We're not freaking out yet. We're not freaking out yet. In a few minutes, we might freak out, but not yet. Okay, so now that we have this color right here is called Flitter. It is a metallic, whatever. I hear people talking a lot of smack about metallic lips. Sis, let me tell you, I'm gonna be wearing my metallic lipsticks. You know, it just is what it is. I do not care. Oh, who's wearing metallic lipstick? Me. Me. Okay, so that's how we give that another level. All right. Now we're going to put a little shine on it because we do that here too on this here channel. We give it some shine. All right. So again, sorry with the not putting the phone on vibrate. I know, bad beauty guru. Y'all have to beat me later. I tell my husband all the time, you don't like it? Beat me. Come on, let's fight. And he just busts out laughing. He thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. Okay. All right. I'm still holding on to this color. So we want a little shine, blingy bling, hot dog diggity on here without doing too much change to the color. This Pretty Vulgar, this is a very pretty color from Pretty Vulgar. We're not wearing it today. At least I don't think so. It's called My Lips Are Sealed. It's really, really, really pretty. But we do want a little shine. Do I need to lighten it up a little? I could make it more springy. Hold on. I'll show you what this could do. This is my lips are sealed. I'm not fooling with it too much. I really like this. I just wanted to shine on me. Turn on the lights from heaven, Lord. My cousin just sent me a message on here. She said, "You are so funny." You ought to know, cousin. We didn't even grow up together, but we found out by way of Instagram that we're related. And then it kind of clicked why she and I kind of just, have a vibe because we're related, And then everything that she does or the stuff that she says and stuff like that makes perfect sense. Some things are in the DNA. And the Leons, we just love to laugh and clown. Okay, so this is Bare Minerals Moxie lip gloss in the color Golden Glaze. Okay. So yeah, I took it there, and I don't care about that. All right, let's fix it. Get all the lipstick off my teeth. We could take this pen out. Oh no, let's spray my face first. Even though I ain't going nowhere but the Instagram. I'm gonna use the primer spray first. That's nice. Now I'm gonna use my hard candy spray. This is the pink and black one. If you don't have money for the Milani spray, you can get this one. It works really, really well. All kind of stuff just falling. And I think this will do. I think it'll do. I think it'll do. What you think, y'all? What you think? Thank you. Thank you. Very pretty, gorgeous. Am I going at? No, I'm going to Instagram. I really meant that. I just sat down and beat my face for all of you to show you what you can do with this palette you already got. Okay, that's what this retro series stuff is about. It's for all of you. It's for all of us, rather, I should say. We got all these palettes, all this stuff that is sitting around that we're not using because we collecting something else that we start using, and it's there. These palettes are still good. They're still workable. They're still pretty, as you can see. Okay, I didn't even grab from. Usually, I take a liquid eyeshadow and bang it on there. I didn't do any of that. I just use it as eyeliner, but the rest is all the Carli Bybel palette. And I only wet my brush for one of those little shimmer shades. The rest was just straight from the pan up here. And it came out really nice. Her highlights, BH Cosmetics highlights are always banging. But in this particular palette, That, to me, that was the star of the show in her palettes, were the highlights. And they translate like this on the eyes as well. So that can be a palette. I'm going to do another series called a beginner series, and I will be using palettes to show you how to do beginner things. But today was a halo eye, show you how to do that. I'm sorry if I didn't do a lot of talking through it. To be quite frankly, I hadn't done one in a while, so I was focusing. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm about to go into the bedroom and model for my husband and make him smile and kiss me. But yeah, I did this for y'all because I should have done it. I should have done it last Saturday and I didn't get to it. So I did it for today, and I hope that you enjoy getting ready with me. Remember, these will always be posted to the channel. So if you want to pull it back up and get ready at your leisure on another time, that's what they're there for. Okay. Just share this when I post it. Let people know, hey, my girl is doing these videos with all our old palettes. So on Instagram, when you see me post this, most times I ask, what older palette do you have, which you like to see me do a look from? I don't have all of them, but I do have quite a few. So I may have what you have, but we won't know until you ask or suggest, hey, can you do this one? You know? Um, so just do that, okay? Um, feel free. And then sometimes I'll give a suggestion. Would you like to see a look with this? Which is what I did with this. It was like an old look that I put on my stories, and I had used this, and I was like, hey, you guys want to see a look with this palette? And y'all were like, yes. So okay, here you go. I'm gonna stop talking and get off. But yeah, this looks really nice. I'm loving this unit. I think I'm gonna try to bang out a video about the unit. I might. Really nice. Clinique Silk Balance Foundation. Very beautiful. Okay, it's like a $26, I think. Yeah, $26. Very nice foundation. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, hey. Okay, I'm gonna stop dancing for the camera. I'm just looking at myself. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next live video. Okay? All right, now let me try to remember how to turn this off again. I always do this. Okay, I think I pressed this X. Okay. Oh, let me use the other finger. So rude.